Hello guys, I'm back with new tutorial for this beautiful design which is called Stormy Twist. It has been designed by the designer whose name is, I don't know if I say it correct because she's German, but the name in English sounds like jasislooms or jasislooms. I don't know if I'm correct, but I will show you her beautiful account. Here you can see her information. She's Jasmine, so it's probably jasislooms. And her account is full of beautiful renditions of all the designs possible. So if you like it, please give her a like and eventually follow her. So this design was quite fiddly and it gave me a bit of hard times until I found out how to make the diagram for you. But finally I've probably managed. This design starts with standard 6 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the first line. And in the very first line we also need to cross the 2 bands that are in the middle. And I will show you, I will draw it like this because this is the direction I want to keep. So you take this band and pull it over this one so that it makes a cross. That cross will move to the center, but this symbol means that I'm pulling this one over this one. So as soon as I have this crossed, in the second line I have 6 loops again. I take my another band, I pull it under that 3 and I will reattach this one and this one. So I will have 1, 2, 3 and 4 loops on the hook. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. And in the line number 3, this is a little bit fiddly, but nothing you couldn't do. In this line you take the band that is here in the end and you pull it over this one so it makes a cross. And at that very same line you also remove both of these temporarily out of your hook and you pull this band over this one, over the tip of your hook, and you make so-called, I don't know if it is a proper name of it, but devil stitch. This is when you take a band and pull it over the tip of your hook beneath your hook. I've used it many times before, but I never named it, but it seems it is so special and it is one of the few stitches that actually have names, so this is the devil stitch. And in the very next step, when this and this is done, you need to remove all this from your hook and reattach this band that has been crossed in the line number 1. So I will just make a connection from here, so we will reattach it from the bottom. I will show you how. It's not that hard, don't worry. So in the end of the line number 3 we will have 1, 2, 3 and 4 bands on the hook again. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when this is done, you turn your hook around and you do the same. So you will end up with 4 on the other side as well. And in the following step, let me have a look into my notes, you will just pull a band under the middle 4 and you will not reattach any of these. So you will have 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 on your hook. So in the 5th line, on this 1/2 you will have 3 and here you will have also 3. In the following step you will take another band, you will pull it beneath the 3 and you will make this devil's stitch again out of this band. So you will have to remove these bands down of your hook. You will loop this over the tip of your hook, over this one band, and then you will reattach the last two. This one you will pick up and this one you will just close off. And in the sixth line, where you will start with 1, 2 and 3 loops on the hook, you will just pull one through and reattach the outer two. It means pick up this one and attach. So we will end up with 1, 2 and 3 again, and that's the start of the sequence. Here you also had 1, 2, 3. So let's have a look how it looks in real. So in this tutorial I'm going to be using 3 colors. We'll be using burgundy, pearl white and peach frost. I'll start as usual, just standard 6 loop setup. Put a gum band on my hook, pull peach through it, reattach 1/2 and add one more band to this side, like so. And I'll do the same on the other side. First unloop this, rehook the gum band and pull one through these, like so. So I have 6 and I'm in the beginning of the line 1 of the first sequence. First thing to do is to cross these 2 loops in the middle. So I pull the 4th over the 3rd as written here. Now I take my burgundy band and I'm going to pull it through the 3 because I'm going to work with 1/2 of the braid first. So I pull it through the 3, and according to the drawing I need to reattach the outer 2 plus to close it off. So I reattach these 2 and close it off like this. In the following line I need to do 3 steps. First I need to cross these 2. So I bring the outer one over the neighbor one, and then I need to bring this burgundy that I have just pulled through, this end of the burgundy, under the hook by pulling it over the tip of the hook. So to do so I need to remove these 2 and I need to unloop this under the hook like this. Then I just reattach these 2. I remember that the band that's making these big loops on the sides here in white is going to be always burgundy in my tutorial, so that you can know exactly which band it is. And that is the one I'm making this devil's stitches with. So I attach it back, and now I'm going to pull this one that I have crossed in the line number 1. I released it here in number 2, it's this one, and I'm going to pick it up in the 3rd line. So I will put these 3 loops on my hook. You can do it with your fingers as well, no need to use the hook, but maybe in the first sequence it is quite handy. And if you have a look here you can see the white band. Oops, I lost these. Here you can see the white band, it's this one. You see it's the white that we crossed in the line number 1. So we just reattach it, and then you reattach all 3 loops from the second hook, and it's done. Now we are going to do the same on the other side. I take the burgundy one, pull it under the 3, reattach the outer 2 plus close it off. It's this. And now I cross these 2, I'll take them down off the hook because I need to unloop this one under the hook to make the devil's stitch. Rehook this, and now I take my second hook, I remove these 3 and have a look inside. Here it's the white band you need to pick up, so you do that and reattach those 3. The second hook is very helpful, especially for the beginners, or when you make this design for the first time later, when you understand the design much better and the pattern, how it is created, you can just do it with your fingers. So it should look like this. These 2 bands here that we crossed in the first line need to be on the hook. Those are here. But we crossed them in the first line and we rehook them in the third line. Right? And then one thing you need to watch is this. The band that will make these big white loops in this bracelet, and here the loops will be brown, always needs to be here at this place. So just, if it falls out, just put it back. Take care of it. In the next step, I take my peach frost and pull it under the 4 in the middle, reattach the outer 2 and close it off, then move these bands to the side and adjust the length of the loops like this. So we have done the line number 4, and now we are going to do the line number 5. I take my burgundy one again because I'm going to do the big loop with the devil stitch again. So here you see the burgundy one is in the end, but it shouldn't be there. It always falls out, so just you need always to put it back. It needs to be in between those 2. It needs to be in the center always. So I pull this one through these 3 and I'm going to make the double stitch of the burgundy one and pull it over the pink one. To do so, it is always better if you just hold the other end of the band together with this white one, because it will probably flip out if you're not careful enough. You need to rehook the peach frost one and unloop the burgundy one over the tip of your hook, and then you reattach those 2 here. And as soon as this is done, you just take your other band, which is white for me, and unloop under 3 and reattach the outer 2. So that's one side of this design. Now we go to the other side. Be careful so that the loops are in the correct position. We have done the line number 3, we have looped the peach frost under it, so we're just going to do the 5th and the 6th line. So in the 5th line we are going to make this double stitch thing again. So take your band, loop under the 3. Now the burgundy and white switch the places again, which is not good. This burgundy one needs to be in the center, so if it happens during the process, you just simply change their places like this and then hold them tight between your fingers. Rehook the peach frost back on your hook so that you can make the devil stitch, which is this, and then rehook the outer 2 again. So that's the line number 5, and the line number 6 is simple. You just pull the white under the 3 and reattach the outer 2. So in the end of the sequence we again have this burgundy one in the center. In the center of each half. So here we have 3, the burgundy one is in between those 2 whites. The colors might be different in your color sequence, but here it's between the 2 whites, it doesn't matter. So we are in the beginning of the second sequence. We need to cross these 2 and continue with the line number 2. I take my burgundy one, pull it under the 3 and reattach the outer 3 like this. And now again I need to, in the line number 3, to bring this one over this one, to cross them, and I need to bring this burgundy one over this one, making the devil's stitch. So I just remove these 2, I make the devil's stitch, unloop it under the hook, and I bring these 2 back on my hook. And now I need to pick up this white that I have crossed in the previous line. I need to bring it back on my hook. To do so I need to remove these 3 temporarily and find that one band which is over here. You see, bring it back on the hook and close it off. So that's the line number 3, and now I need to do the same on the other side. So just, you see, this band needs to be in the middle, so pull it there, take the burgundy, put it under the 3, reattach the outer 3 like this. So I have 4 on my hook, and now I cross this one over the white, and then I take them and pull them down from the hook because I need to make the devil stitch like this. It's under the hook. Now I rehook these 2. And now I need to bring back on my hook this one that I crossed in the line number 1. So I remove these 3 and reattach that one band and then put back on the hook like this. So now I have 4 and 4. I'm here in the line number 4. The following step is to pull each first band through the middle 4 without any picking up. So I'll do that like this. Now I have 3 on my hook, and I'm going to make another step with this double stitch. So again, I don't have this burgundy one in the center, in the middle of these 3, between these 3, so I'll do that. Now I'm going to pull my burgundy through these 3. I'll better pinch these because I need to make this double stitch over the peach first, like this, and then reattach the 2 at the end. When this is done, I just take my white, pull it through the 3 and reattach the outer 2, like so. Then on the other side, I again need to start with placing this burgundy to the correct position. I take another one, pull it under the 3, like this. If it unloops during the process, like it really often does, you just need to fix it, put it between your fingers, rehook the peach rose because you need to do the devil stitch, and then close it off. In the very next step, which is the step number 6, you just pull one white under the 3 and reattach the outer 2, and that's it. This bracelet is really very stormy because all those bands are so twisted, but with the good color combination it looks real cute. When I was making this one, I saw little raccoon heads in it. Can you see it also? Here are like, maybe these are ears and eyes, and these are the stripes on its head, and it really reminds me of that animal. I need to have a look at the real raccoon if it is really the same, but it just kind of reminded me of it. So that's it. When we come to the end of this bracelet, you just pull a band through these loops over here and put a C-clip on it. Or you can play with it a little bit more, maybe adding some beads or some braiding so that it's tighter. It's up to you. So that's it. If you make this bracelet, please tag the author to your renditions, and also don't forget to hashtag the name of this bracelet, which is Stormy Twist, and the author as well, and that's jasislooms. So, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you at my next tutorial. Goodbye!